I could be one of those statistics that get dropped or become a dropout out of school just for gang violence. I feel like it's unfair. I think everybody deserves a chance to live and deserve a chance to become something useful in this world.
All right.
I feel like violence should have stopped anyways because all this shooting and stuff, and they be kids, they be shooting at parks, and any type of kid, they kid get shot if they kid at the park. All these innocent people be getting knocked down for somebody else, and they be arguing over this, and they don't need to be nothing to argue over. They argue over a jacket and shoot each other. It really don't be cause for it, just be unnecessary stuff.
Okay.
It's messed up.
It's messed up.
Because you got people, innocent people that's walked to school, haven't washed their back and all that because of the violence that's going on. Which they shouldn't do that. They should be able to walk to school safe, talk to friends and all that. But you got people that's scared to get on phones and all that. So
I got a question for you. Why do you think they're afraid to get on their phones?
Cause it might be like, say it's I'm on the bus, well she Young Money and I'm 600. Now I'm on the phone with my friend like, yeah, I got one of these Young Money niggas, and they shoot at me because I'm on the phone telling them that she over there.
Okay, all right.
But with the violence, I feel like it's, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain because I sit here and I walk around in the streets and I see exactly what's going on, but the way it affect me, it's like, I don't know, I guess you could say it's disturbing. I don't know. It's just, and I guess the reason that is because I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I can't even say that I truly understand the reason. I could sit here and say, oh, it's because of guns. I could sit here and say it's because of different gangs. I could sit here and say it's because of drugs. But I don't think that's the reason. I don't think it's none of that. I just think it's a misunderstanding. People don't understand each other. Just like I don't understand it, they probably don't understand me. I could be like, man, you wrong for shooting people, and they could be like, no, I'm right for shooting people because I'm defending where I live at. So, I mean, it could be a number of things, and I could go through a whole list, but I don't know.
But see, in the midst of this, one of the things I don't want to throw to the side is that there are a lot of teenagers that have died. There's over 30 teenagers that will never see 20. Did you all know that there was a young man in another state? He was 17 years old, and he had a job. And what he did was he went to the funeral home, and he began to make his own arrangements for his own funeral. And when the funeral director asked him, why are you doing this? He said, you know, in today's time, I don't even think I will live to be 21. And this young man made his own because of what his thinking was, is that in the neighborhood he lived in, is that he was gonna die. Because they had put it in his mind that he was gonna die before he was 21. So in the midst of all of this, we got a lot of teenagers that won't even make it to 21. The same ones that you walk down the street with. And so in the midst of this, if you were to tell us, if you were to tell Eric and I, right, what is something that you think that we should be doing? And I want to start with you.
Could you restate your question?
What do you think as adults we ought to be doing to help you?
I don't know.
Okay, that's honest answer.
It's not much that y'all can really do because y'all can't stop nothing that somebody else going on in these streets. They gonna do whatever they want to do, what's come to their mind. Like if they feel that they get harmed by somebody, they gonna go take care of it. Y'all can't no adult stop nothing no child do because they go by their own mind.
Okay, and I like that. And so in other words, you're saying to us that it's only so much we can do, that it gets to a point where a kid feels or a child feels like they got to do what they got to do to protect themselves.
Yeah.
What would you say behind it?
Well, I'll say is like come up with like at school programs or at school activities like that keep us off the street. So like gun violence or like crime rate won't be happening because like between 4 to 7, that's like most of the time crime happen. Like people getting killed, shot, or selling drugs. And like if we in an after school program, like we be hooping or not selling that crack to that rock or or shooting that person from the other street.
Okay.
We'd be somewhat productive trying to be something they don't like.
Okay. What would you say behind that?
I mean,
You gotta speak up.
well, if the older people instill in us to do right and show us why we should do right, the kids will do right because the kids are going like they watching TV and that's messing up their mind. Like they got their mind clogged. Like we gotta be tough. Like we gotta do this, we gotta do that. But in the realness, we like that's the wrong thing to do.
In the realness of everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's the question again? Say the question.
How would you help us as youth to better understand how to help you? I mean, as adults to help you as youth.
Well, as far as I would say it with myself, 'cause I can't speak for everybody else, but just myself, I would just say, you know what I'm saying, I need more information because if I'm misunderstood and I don't understand, then how could I verbalize it? How can I express myself? I don't know how to express myself. You know, so it's like I need more information so that I can express myself. I need to know about things that I don't see every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not being given the information that I need. There's plenty of stuff out there. I don't know about politics. I don't know about that. I don't know about how to build a house. I don't know about how to take care of a house. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to teach somebody else. I don't know how to be no school teacher. You know what I'm saying? All these things I don't know how to do. So if I have somebody to teach me how to do these things, then I can make somebody else understand. I can help somebody else to understand. Okay, now we got to understand it. That's conflict resolution right there. We all on the same page. We all know what we trying to do. We trying to be educated. We trying to get this money. We trying to get a house. Ain't nothing else to talk about. What else is we talking about? What is we fighting for? Because we all finna get this money, get this house, and we finna be educated. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to walk around here and look like, you know what I'm saying, man, I don't know what's going on, and you feel inferior. That's most of the problem. Inferiority, superiority. People want to be in a higher position than somebody else. I want to tell you what to do, or I want to tell you you don't know what you're doing.
So you're saying in the streets, that is kind of where the game goes.
That's what it is.
That's the way it is.
It's an inferior superior. That's all it is. You feel me? You ain't about what I'm about. You ain't high as I am. You feel me? You ain't on my level. So why is you even over here? That's how I feel.
Well, see, the thing about it is, and I'm gonna be, and Eric and I have to be real with you. Now, I came off of the streets. Now, I was actually a dope dealer. And see, I would take a youth and someone that I saw that was just wandering, didn't have nothing to do, and I'd put you on a corner. And I'd put $30, $40 in your pocket a night. And you would do whatever you had to do to continue to make that. So, a lot of things you're saying, I don't want you to think that I'm standing here as Pastor Moorman and I don't understand a lot of things that's going on, because I did a lot of things. I've been through a lot of things. I've been through addiction treatment. I've helped individuals in addiction. I've helped youth. And so as Eric and I are here, we're here to get an understanding. And so you're giving us a great understanding of what you need. And one of the things you're saying is that you need more education. So in the midst of this, even with what's going on with Chicago Public Schools and wanting to close schools, how many of you would have to, if they closed your school, would have to cross a gang line in order to get to school? 3 out of 5. 6, 7. All of them. That's it. 6, 9 out of 11 would have to cross a gang line in order to get to a school. So it's more convenient for you to go to the school that you're going to. You feel more safer going to the school that you go to. So in the midst of all of this, we got all these murders going on. We got Chicago Public Schools that want to close this school and send you to this school. And in actuality, they're putting you at risk. Is that what I'm hearing? Basically, they're putting you at risk for somebody to kill you because you crossed into a gang line you had no business.
They switch you to a school with all the other gang members that you probably be in tour with, and then you can get in trouble there when you already knowing what school you going to and you safe at.
Okay.
But now you crossing the borderline going somewhere else, that's gonna make you want to drop out because you know you're gonna get killed. I'd rather drop out than get killed.
And that's a heart-to-heart statement. When somebody says they would rather drop out of school because they're closing their school than get killed. What did you want to say a minute ago? You were really like, ooh.
Well, she said, I mean, not to her, but I mean him, about the youth programs. It's still youth programs people can go to, but they rather be on the corner selling what they got to sell instead of going to somewhere where you watch people and stuff while y'all get money. They want them to get money instead of y'all. So
Okay.
basically, they move more about money
Than anything
than
else.
That's why I said at school activities and like other programs like job opportunities.
Okay.
So we got job opportunities. We won't be on the street trying to sell crack because we have a job that's making legal money instead of illegal money.
Okay.
So we just be all about our paper cut. Everybody want money in life.
Okay.
The money buys like
Money buy a lot of things, you know? Yeah.
But still, after all that, talking about this education stuff, after all that, if he talking about from 4 to 7, whatever, they still gonna be outside on these
Yeah.
streets later than that. Every people be outside late. They still gonna be out here on these streets trying to get their money, game, bang, do anything, no matter what time it be. They still finna be out on these streets, no matter if you got a job or not. As soon as you get out that job at 7, you right on your block.
You right on
You
your
doing
block.
what you do.
So either way it go, you gotta face this. But
Yeah.
see, the thing about it is that we know that you're telling us good times between 4 and 7, right? But the thing is, give us something concrete. You said you after school program, and she said there is after school, but what after the after
But it
school
don't
program?
work with them after school
It don't
program.
work.
After you get out your after school program, you going on your block, you still doing the same thing you been doing since before you went to your after school program on them weekends, whatever you doing, you still selling drugs, gang banging, doing all that, you still gonna be doing the same thing no matter what.
No matter what. Okay. Huh?
Well, what I was, I thank each and every one of y'all, and I commend y'all for coming out here, and especially the youth that's in the audience as well. I really appreciate you guys coming out here, because y'all giving us a wealth of information on how to deal with these situations. The reality is that, I like what Siobhan has stated about we need to invest more in after-school programs. The reason why is that each and every one of these individuals here just left an after-school program.
Okay.
So before they ran here, in the after-school program that they left, I used to come down there and do mentorship down there.
Okay.
And it does work. So what we want to do is to, from the information, what I'm hearing is that we as adults need to go and advocate for monies to go into after-school programs that works for the youth, to keep them off the streets, to give them and to take the money and put it in education versus taking that money and putting it in the penitentiary.
Yeah.
Because there is no penitentiary closing. They build a new penitentiary. So it lets us know where the government minds are as far as that. And my mother told me something a long time ago, and she said if you follow the money, that'll tell you what a problem is. Because you put your money where your mouth is at.
Right.
And the money is going downstates to these penitentiaries. And we need to shift that way of thinking to have the money to come back to the schools that's working, because each and every one of these individuals here can be senators, presidents of the United States, CEO of Fortune 500. Each one of these, if we invest in our children, now these kids right here can be anything that they want to be. And so again, like I say, I commend them from coming in, giving us the solution. Because again, we can come from a pastor perspective and miss the mark. And the one thing I always say this, and I hope I'm not sounding too redundant, that we dropped the ball on our children.
Right.
We did not give this generation the same gift that was given to us, with the fact that your mother can discipline you. We was raised by villages.
Right.
We was raised by social families, and they don't have that opportunity. So for them to come up here, that speaks volume to them as individuals. It speaks value to their character and their unlimited potential of what they can be. Here it is, they telling us the solutions. And when the children speaking, when the youth is speaking, telling the adults the solution, we need to listen.
Right. Well, see, now, one of the things that I'm loving about this is I want you to be real with us. And the thing is, nobody can do anything if you keep it wet on the inside. So in the midst of all this, One of the things that I'm hearing is that there's a fear. No matter what time you get up in the morning, what time you go out at night, there's a fear. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
There's
Violence
always
all
a fear.
day and night.
Yes.
Violence all day and night.
But see now, I hear the three of you, when you go home, that's what you, when you go back to your neighborhood, what do you have to face? Okay, now when you say you don't have to face nothing, tell us what you mean.
I mean, it's quiet. I mean, they changed it over.
They changed it over.
Yeah.
Okay, when you say changed over, what do you mean? At one time it was?
Yeah.
Okay, were you living there during that time?
No.
Okay, so when you moved into the neighborhood, right, it was more of a quiet neighborhood when you moved in. But still, what do you have to deal with when you go to school?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay,
He's graduated from school, so.
okay. Oh, he's graduated from school.
That's
Okay.
why he's not dealing with the
I'm in
things.
You're in college.
Yeah, so
That's even better, and I'm glad that you said that. I see your hand. I'm glad that you said that. Now, coming back to be a part of this, and in college, what do you think of what they're saying?
I mean, everything true, because I was facing the same thing when I was in high school, but I
Okay.
wasn't a part of it.
Okay,
I set myself from that.
now how did you separate yourself from them?
Being my own man. Because
Okay.
most of that comes from peer pressure.
Okay,
And if you don't do it, you become a lame, you scary, you know what I'm saying? You
Mhm.
can't hold your own. But I made that irrelevant that don't matter to me, and you call me anything you want, but as long as you don't step in my area,
Right.
we all good.
okay. So
Yeah,
look,
so-
it's more protecting yourself
Yeah.
when it came down to it. So you did a lot of, if you don't come into my area, we'd be fine. One of the things that I love that you said, there was a young man, years ago, this happened years ago, when I was actually working, at the Audi home. I really wasn't working, I was just kind of helping out with the chaplain, and we used to do service on Sundays and things like that at the Audi home. And they had me come and talk to a young man, he was angry, and he was getting ready to get in trouble, they asked me to talk to him. So I said, what's the problem? And he said, they were messing with me. I said, well, what's the problem? They were messing with me. No. What's the problem? He said, they called me out of my name. And my answer to him was, why you answer? If it's not your name, then why you answer? See, a lot of times, I think even we as adults spend too much time answering to stuff that don't apply to us.
Yeah, 'cause it's not about what they call you, it's about what you respond to.
Okay, and I like that. I need you to say that louder.
It's not about what they call you, it's about what you respond to.
What you respond to. And that's what they're trying to get out of you, a response. What would you say to that, young man?
About the whole comment of responding.
The whole comment of response.
I mean, basically the way you put it, he said it like it's peer pressure. Like I gave example when I was in school, it was like I was cool because I stayed to myself. But then it's like when you start associating yourself, you become guilty. Now I start associating myself with people who, you feel me, they throwing up signs. You
Right.
feel me? So now I'm throwing up a sign and this guy like, hey, who is that? What dude? You with him? Oh, you don't know we had it with them? We at you now. You feel
Okay.
me? So now because I'm with them, they at me.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, what you at me for? So I'm minding my business, catch me by myself. Yeah, your mama this, and I'm. And then like you say, it's about your response. I respond like, come on, is you joking me? Stop making me laugh.
Right.
And he like, oh, you think this a game? You feel me?
Mhm.
And I just brushed him off my shoulder like he wasn't nothing. So now he feel disrespected
Okay.
in front of his people. So
Mhm.
he like, all right, we finna move on homie then, cause he think it's sweet. He ain't never just try to go on me like I'm some type of lame, some type of goof. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So I kept trolling. You feel me? Then all I know, just come out of nowhere. Now I gotta defend myself. I defend myself when I'm supposed to defend myself. You get mad cause you can't put me down.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now you gonna come back with more. Cause
Okay.
you got a point to prove. Man,
Okay.
he just knocked my cousin. Now he just knocked this tooth out. We finna handle him. He ain't never finna get away from that. And he just did it for some females. Oh, we definitely finna do him in. You know what I'm saying? So now they come back the next day. Now they got better than everything. And I'm like, okay. I gotta get me a weapon then, cause if
Right.
you got a knife, I'ma bring the knife. You got a gun, I'ma bring a gun.
You got
You know what I'm saying?
But it's all about the response then.
And that's the only way to respond, because if you trying to take my life, I gotta take your life, or I'ma die. You know what I'm saying? So I'ma defend mine before anybody else's.
But see now, it's right, a dog eat dog world. But the thing is that what about, and I heard somebody say earlier, about individuals that are just in the wrong place
Yes.
at the wrong time. What about when they shot through that house and they killed a
The
baby
baby.
that was asleep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But
Go ahead.
it don't matter where you at. Like say for instance, you ain't in trouble with nobody. You ain't arguing with them. You ain't fighting with them. But say for instance, I'm walking with her.
Uh-huh.
We all just walking. Now they at her though. They finna get to shooting at her, jumping on her, anything. Now we ain't got nothing on us. We just walking, cooling. Now they shooting at us. They might shoot a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
They might shoot me when they aiming for her.
Right.
And they wasn't even meant to be for me. That's just how they be in these streets. They don't care who they shoot nowadays. They don't got no sympathy. They just shoot anywhere they shoot. They hit somebody, they gone.
So you saying these individuals that are really just going out, they going after one individual, and because you with that one individual, it's on with everybody.
Yeah, it's on with you. That mean that you with them.
But what about that baby?
They don't care about nothing nowadays no more. They care.
They don't care about
I mean, they probably weren't aiming for the baby, but you know how you gotta get to somebody.
Right, say like if they ran in the crib, say man, she ran in the house, we all just ran in there.
Right.
Yo, grandma and this baby, that's a newborn baby.
Right, so they gonna have to
shoot
get
in the house, they gonna shoot.
If they can't get to you, they
They
gonna
gonna
get
get
somebody
somebody
else.
else.
That's your family. Yes.
Okay,
So
okay.
in other words,
Family.
wait a minute.
Hold on.
So go ahead.
Let me interject. So, and again, we have to remind ourselves that we all know the problems. We have to stay focused, and we have to stay solution based. Now, if the people who doing all these shootings, the murders and all that, you think if they would get the chance to hear what you guys are talking about, do you think that they would be more reluctant to shoot you if they know you, or they care for you, or they respect you? So do you think that if we allow people to get to know us, get to understand us, get to love us, do you think that that would reduce some of the murders?
No.
But
They
they
still
still
got
get
people that, you know, they be telling me this is some nonsense. They still don't care. They
Okay,
still
but
kill.
what I'm saying is that,
They love y'all.
if you think that people, hold on. The question I'm trying to do is that, do you think that people that get a chance to know you, do you think that those people will be less likely to shoot you if they knew you, love you, respect you, and care for you?
No.
I do.
Okay. Wait a minute. No. Hold up one second. What we got here is that we got individuals that are saying no, but then we got individuals that saying yes. Now what we have here is we got two older individuals, right, who have graduated out of school and went on and done some other things, and have gotten educated about some things, and really believe that if people knew who you were, that it would be less chance of them coming at you. But when they don't know, is when you saying they don't care.
But it don't matter, cause some people out here going against their brothers, cause they with another clique, your brother with this clique, your cousin with this clique. Y'all still gonna shoot at each other.
Okay.
We're looking for some
Solutions.
What
Now,
are
in the
some of
midst of
solutions?
this, it's easy for us to talk about the problem,
It's communication.
right? It's what?
Communication.
Well, what's the problem with the communication?
We act then think.
We act then think.
Right,
We
you
don't
gotta think
then
before you
act.
act.
Because
Okay.
it's like before we came here, we just talking about like our community don't have communication skills.
Okay,
Only thing we do now is like run to the pistol,
okay,
run to the gun. We don't never just like walk up to this like you said this behind my back. Like you got something against me, we just happen to just
Our
like
first
talk,
man
Right,
was
like,
grabbing the gun,
grabbing
yeah,
the
like,
gun.
So,
like I heard he said he's gonna hit me. I need to hit him. That's like to go back to dog, eat dog.
So in other words, when I say communication, what do you say?
I mean, like, if people actually get to know each other, you know what I'm saying? And all, like, it'd be less stress because,
Okay.
well, because most people, they size each other up. That's what we do. We size each other up. If we see a bigger crowd walking in our hood, we like, who was that?
Right.
And we'll go over there and check, like, who was y'all? You know what I'm saying? That's when everything starts flaring up.
Okay,
They
instead
like,
of,
we'll be right back. They'll come back and we
Yeah,
gonna get ours too.
right,
That's how the stuff be starting up because people size each other up. Like we don't know who they is. Like in a party,
right.
at a club, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? At a park or whatever.
Cause see now, I can contest to that. I can contest to that, Eric. My teenage boys went to a party at Leo. Leo over there on, 79. And all of a sudden, at the end of the party, a fight broke out. Were you there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I ran up.
You were,
I know the people who started the fight.
you know the people who started the fight. Well, in actuality, my baby boy had to fight his way out of there. He had to literally fight his way out of there. To whereas they had him,
The police put him in the room too.
nuh-uh, he got out of it, but then when he got outside, some guys tried to come at him. And so when he was fighting off some guys, he realized it was gonna take a whole lot of them to come at him.
Yeah.
Because one couldn't get him. Now, in relationship to that, right? Why would you say that even things like that at a party, at a high school party, why would they even get the mindset to even start a party, start a fight?
These
Because all the
teenagers.
jumping around, like when you get rowdy in the party, like
Uh-huh.
you jump around, you claim yourself, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
you-
Let yourself be known.
He be
Let-
with.
right.
So basically, what they saying is,
Oh,
like
that's
if it's
what
a song like
Yeah, like
one of the ghetto, you know, the
Chief
rap
Keef
songs
or
and
something
stuff.
like
Okay.
that.
I was playing up those sad songs.
One at a
So
time.
that make the other team think like,
They
they
play
play
we playing Chief Keef
Or duck.
and we playing Duck.
Right.
Now we in that Chief Keef people, them 600 on this side, Jero on this side.
Yes.
Now they up here singing that song,
Yes.
singing that song. That's how they finna get into it. They gonna
Yeah.
get bumping each other.
Right. It's
Or
like-
love
They
me
gonna
versus
get STL,
romance.
shit
So in other
like
words,
that.
now see, in the midst of this, so you're telling us, when it comes to a lot of stuff that happens, there's no communication,
Poor relationship.
poor relationship.
Yes, poor
Why do we have poor relationships?
Because people envy.
Yes, it is basically like a competition.
You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm hearing is, all this comes down to one thing. Nobody knows each other.
Yes.
And you go after people.
You know 'em. If you see them, you know their name, you know 'em.
You can start
You know, 'cause
taking
you
each
went
other
to it
in
with them, so
and
you
get
them
that.
your ops,
Right, you know
your
others.
opposition. So you gotta know, you know of
You
them.
know,
We know their name, we know of them,
Right.
their faces.
But you don't know them.
No,
So,
You seen
excuse
them
me.
once.
So the problem is that even with you all out there, and I'm gonna get to you in a second, and I need you to please, give me 1 second. So the problem is that everybody knows of each other,
yeah.
but don't know each other.
Not
So
really.
what does it take? What will it take for us to get you all to get to know each other? Now, wait a minute. Now, I know everybody want to answer, but I want to hear one person at a time on this. Because the bottom line is, we need to know what is it going to take to get you all to say, hey, I know your name, but now I need to know you.
Nah, I want like I answer first, but I about to say like most people today like we know each other, like we grew up with each other, but then we just happen to break off
Okay.
because different people start like when they made the changes to the Ida B. Wells,
Okay,
like when Ida B. Wells, so yeah, we had violence and stuff, but it wasn't this hectic.
okay,
Like we knew each other, so like we knew our limits. Like we don't go jump on that person, but we not gonna shoot them.
okay,
But when they start breaking down community, trying to like bring in like other people down here and start moving us up to the north side or to the suburbs, that's when all the violence start coming up. Because now on BD and that's GD over there, I'm trying to go sell this or trying to take up this neighborhood and make this all BD area. Then that's when it start all happening. Like
So, and I'm glad you said I'm gonna come back to that because where I'm from, they moved some people from the developments here out to Elgin. and a lot of them went out there. But I need us to really, what is it gonna take? Now help me with this, Eric. What is it gonna take to get this communication thing going, where you just don't know each other's name or know each other by nicknames, right?
Yeah.
But get to know each other. And because you're telling us that the problem is that you all don't even communicate. Because just because you on the op. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Because because you on that side, I'm on this side. Right. Yeah, right. So now all you know is that person's what? Name or nickname. But you really don't know who.
Or where he from, his
Yeah,
gang.
where he from,
everything about certain people. What they
You don't
live,
know
what they
about
do.
him.
You can't put two different groups together that's been into it their whole life and they done disrespected people and they disrespect your dead man and you disrespect their dead. You can't put them together because then it's gonna be a big riot. It's gonna be a big riot and then it's just gonna, you might don't know what happened to you. You trying to put them together. You got this group on this side, this group on this side, and you trying to preach to them.
Well,
They, you never know what they have.
Okay.
That's
listen.
what they mostly because people challenge each other, like they hear about other people rapping and they see them, they try to test them.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Now this is what we need to hear. I don't know about Eric, but I need an understanding of how it starts, right? So when we know how, you know how to go in and deal with it. But a lot of times what we don't know is how this stuff happens.
It happen different type of ways. All type of ways. You get into it outside, you like say things you at a party, you get into it with somebody. They still gonna have this your Facebook.
But what about, okay, let's bring up
Yeah,
Facebook.
Facebook.
Right. What about Facebook? Tell me about, you got a Facebook?
No, I had to stop Facebook because it got out of hand for me. Like, I caught myself like waking up in the morning. The first thing that popped up in my mind is check your Facebook. And I'm
Right.
like, hold on. Hey, hold on. You ain't never trying to program me to just go look on Facebook like this.
Right.
And it just started. I started being conscious of a lot of stuff.
So in other words, what I'm hearing is that now they programmed you to diss each other on Facebook, on Twitter,
YouTube,
And on YouTube, make a song.
Yeah, people that on YouTube
So-
making songs about opposite.
and dissing each
They
other.
put it on
So
Facebook.
we use that. But what if we turned it around and got you to use it in a positive way?
I don't think it's
Can't
gonna
do that.
happen.
You gonna be
Wait
there.
a minute. Eric gonna say something.
Behind
The
the
truth
scenes.
of the matter is
You're not
this.
gonna let me speak.
Well, and we got to look at the reality. You guys just said out y'all mouth that y'all can't do that. It ain't gonna happen.
Right.
But the reality is it's happening right here, right now.
Yeah.
Nah, boy,
It's-
But you got
no,
Wait a minute, wait a minute,
You
let
are
me finish.
here. This is a social media, and you are talking positive solutions
Right.
to your dilemma. So what we
And-
have to do is not, again, I want to remind you guys that we are solution-minded. We have to stay on the solution. We all know the problem, and as we continue to talk about the problem only gets bigger. What we have to do is get to the solution. The solution is this, that because of you guys, I think it was God sent that you guys are here, and you discussing vital information, giving it to us, teaching us how to deal with this. This, what you guys doing right here, right now, is a positive utilization of social media, and this is part of the solution. You guys are doing it, and don't let nobody tell y'all anything different. When you guys see this thing on YouTube tonight, it'll be ready tonight.
And on Facebook.
Yeah, on
No,
Facebook.
you can put it on Facebook.
Yeah,
When
you
you
can.
see it tonight, you're gonna look at yourself and say, I am a part of the solution.
Yes.
And that's what this is about, and we're gonna continue. I'm personally committing to continue to give you guys a forum so you can have a voice. I can't wait to talk to those sisters and the brothers that's in the audience.
Right.
Cause I know they have a lot of information that they want.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Now, this is what I want to happen. Okay.
Yes.
You had something you wanted to say. Come
It's
in.
okay. It's okay.
You come in.
Come on, special.
Come
Come on,
Special.
Come on, Theo.
Come on, Bill.
Come on, be careful of the camera.
What up?
Right here. See right there.
Come on, man.
All right. Now, in the midst of it, right? Now, in the midst of this, right? I need you to be very careful. In the midst of this, we have you here because the thing is, this is not just about being on the camera. This is about, we need you all to help us. Now, you had your hand up. What solution do you think we ought to use? Yeah, you.
I don't know. I don't think none of y'all solutions will work.
Why do you think that?
Okay, so what are your solutions? What solution that you have that'll work?
Just keep everybody divided.
Just keep everybody divided. No, wait a minute. And see, the thing about it is, and it's good, because that's where some people's thinking are. If we just keep them what? Then everybody have their own little place, nothing will happen. Right? They create what?
If you still
A
divided,
food
you
chain.
can't go
Tell us
nowhere.
what you say when you say a food chain.
Because like Chicago about like right now about, you know what I'm saying, about by your color and what the race,
Right.
by your race. And when you come to other people communities, they like what he doing over there? Like, who is you? Like, why is you over there? They try to fight you off.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's the problem right there.
Okay. So divide is actually creating a hierarchy. In other words, the more you can prove yourself superior, right, the higher you are on the food chain. So division is what brings that. Like they separate animal and man.
Yeah.
In other words, animals stay where you are and man stay where you are. But do you know the Constitution doesn't even say that man is, if they only say that man is 3/5 of a man?
Yeah, sure.
A black man is not a whole man. That's what our Constitution said. That we're not whole as black people. We have a little human in us, right? But we're still not whole. And what we do is with our thinking, we more and more get them to what? Say it's true. Why should we take it out of the Constitution when they keep proving that it's what? True. What would you say behind that? And becoming solution-minded into everything that we talked about this day. Right here. What's your name? Marlando. Tell us what you would say.
I don't know. I think we should all, well, I think the man-made Facebook should close down Facebook and
Come on. Don't.
because Facebook is too much drama.
Okay.
It's just, every time you get on Facebook, you see people sneak this in and talking about you and like violence. Either way it goes, like second incident, my cousin Duck and Chief Keef, they into it over different sects. Like they started making songs about each other. That's not gonna stop the beef because they started making songs about each other. I think they should just stop rapping and
Okay, now, the whole thing is that you can't take from him what he just said. Because he said they ought to take Facebook off. She said what? Divide.
And I think she's right though.
Okay, why would you say you think she's right?
Cause like I don't know, I guess it's just the way my mind developed. You know, I guess it's the way my ancestors raised me. And I figure that, you know, if we can't be together, you know what I'm saying, and go for the same cause, then let's stay divided and go for the same cause. Cause
Okay.
then we all gonna meet up there anyway.
Okay, when you say the same cause, what do you say?
Whatever that cause may be.
Okay.
If that cause is to, you know what I'm saying, man, you could make up a cause. Whatever cause you wanna make up. You make up the cause that and as we split and we divide, we gonna meet up at that cause.
But see, the thing is that if we get a cause, we have to have a cause that's gonna bring about a solution. Because the bottom line is we know all about Martin Luther King. He had a what? A cause that would brought about a solution, which means that's why we can sit here what? Today. But see, with the division, there's always gonna be division. That's not going anywhere.
Right.
That's not going anywhere. But when we become solution-minded and get a cause that say we all can come together and do this together for one goal, I think we have too many goals when in actuality we ought to be reaching for one goal. Wait a minute, I see.
Like he said, it is the music. It ain't the people, like, you know, the people that's rapping. It's like Lil Wayne them. Like they want to be what they want to be like Lil Wayne them. So they gonna rap too and stuff like that. So like Soulja Boy, he sad Chief Keef on with him. He know Chief Keef rap about other games. So why would he sad no with him? I mean like, why?
Let's talk
wait a
more
minute,
Bible.
wait a minute,
He
wait a
screaming
minute.
300
Erica,
though,
go
he
ahead
knows
now.
300
Let me tell you
today.
why. I was just listening
my
to
dear home.
the Warren Valentine show. And Warren Valentine, what he talks about is that they just came out with one of the leaders of the industry who created rap music and changed the rap music from love, honor, and respect because to something derogative and negative. And he admitted saying that, yeah, when you talking about, see, during the late 80s and 90s when rap was positive, more black African Americans, as far as the statistics said, that they was going back to college, getting educated. And that was becoming a threat. So what they did was use the music industry to deter their minds and have them thinking about something else, something derogative. It's not a conspiracy. It's a plan to keep certain people away from the situation. So a division is not an ultimate goal. We need to be able to unite because even in the cliches it said, united we stand and divided we fall. And as a people, because of the division, we are at risk of falling.
Right.
And so what we're here to do is to allow you guys to come together and unite. Today we united. We got the old school and the new school, and we all on common goal.
Yes.
You know, we talking about solution. We talking about positive, real solution that you're not going to see. I'm not going to rap about that. They're not going to allow the rappers to rap about that. You guys have the solutions. You guys have the answers to y'all solutions. And the truth of the matter is that anybody that think that there is no solution, they're wrong.
Okay.
Because all things is possible through God who strengthened us. And he brought us all the way from where we were to where we are right now. And it's going to be a continuum of that, you know, through you guys coming together instead of us sitting up here, you know, teaching you guys. You guys are teaching us.
You're actually teaching me a lot.
And telling me what I want to talk about some of the new words.
Words. I thought I learned a new word a minute ago. And
What's the word
it was
you
a
learned?
Opposite, you got lame.
I mean opposition.
Another word for a nerd.
Tell them TP, man. That say TP, man.
Okay, now see, the thing is,
Don't say another
with
name,
this,
just say TP.
and Eric is right, in this, the problem is that we've gotten to the point where now generations are like this. They're separated. Now, this is what I have to tell you, the devil tricked us all. Satan tricked us all.
Devil is a lie.
He is a lie. But he tricked us all. And let me tell you how he tricked us. Let me tell you how he tricked us. He got us to focus on you all.
In Illuminati.
And wait a minute, he got us to focus on you all. Baggy pants, the way you talk, the way you act. So we began to focus on correcting you, right? But at the same time, he was killing off the senior man. That man is 60, 70 years old. That in my day, the man that was 60 and 70, he gave direction to the adult man, such as myself. 40s, 50s, 30s, right? And then what we turned around and did is we gave direction to who? Those younger than us. What has happened is that in-between man don't have that direction no more. And when he lost direction, he didn't have nothing to what? Give. And because he didn't have nothing to give, he had to go off what he thought he knew. And in actuality, he didn't know. And so what it left you all to do is fend for your what? Selves. Where we had individuals who gave us guidance. Come here, young man. Come here. No, you don't do that. You don't talk to that young lady like that. Excuse me, come here. Don't worry about her. Come see what I
People
want.
don't do that no more.
But they don't do that no more. Why did they stop doing it? Because the devil, Satan, got us looking in the wrong direction. He got us to look at you all in a negative way. And in the midst of, I'm gonna let you speak, in the midst of getting you to look at us devil way, in a negative way, right? Then that meant we started doing what? Backing up off of it. Because the first thing they said is, you don't want to listen anyway.
No, some of them, like, I be hearing how them grown people be talking, like, when, like, young people act a fool and stuff, you know what I'm saying? They wait till it's over, they wait till, like, the young kids get done acting a fool, and they talk about it.
Right.
And they talk at them, you can't talk at them, you gotta talk to them.
Talk to them.
You gotta show them why they shouldn't be doing that.
Okay,
You know
go
what I'm saying?
ahead, go ahead, I see.
Like, don't you know how you talking about, like, devil tricked us and stuff? Like, 2 years ago, last year, matter of fact, before the summer started, I ain't even know about none of all this stuff that's going on. It took like last summer, it took the, what you saying, look, it took the devil to trick me to try to get into this, try to start being with these guys who gangbang and stuff, get into real. Then now I see what's going on, I see all these bodies dropping, I know about everything. Before this summer, I ain't know none of this stuff was going on. It took me to get tricked to try to see this stuff, then to try to change myself anyway.
So in other words, you recognizing what happened.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. The devil tricked us.
The devil always gonna be alive.
But he's always tricking us. Right? But the thing is, go ahead.
Yeah, she is right, cause I was innocent at first. I was just smart, you know. I did use to
Wait a minute. Before you start, let me say this, and I'm gonna let her finish. None of you are born thinking the way you think now. Something happened to change your what? Thinking. And your thinking, right. So when she said she wasn't always like this, none of you acted the way that you started acting. It was something that was put where? In your mind. And you began from the media. But you go ahead and finish.
Well, what I was saying was, I was a smart, so I used to go to school, do my work, you know. I wasn't in the streets how I used to be, like, you know, hanging with my friends and stuff. It was just like bad company always, you know, mess up a happy home.
Okay.
Alright, I wasn't like that neither, but when they tore down the projects, the wells, the Adobe,
Right.
my man just went like,
What's crazy?
felt like, yeah, cause that's a part of us.
You got something taken from you.
Yeah, that's like,
A
that's
part of
a
you
part, that's a
got
part
taken.
of us. Yeah, that's a part of it. They don't know that.
They don't know
We
that.
got hurt, like they don't really know that we hurt from taking our
Because they never asked anybody. I see your
Where
hand.
you from?
But you know what? He just said something key. He said he's from Inglewood. Do you know that all these murders since January 1, 15 has happened in Inglewood?
Yes.
I live in Inglewood.
So you should not be proud to claim that.
Well,
He ain't from Inglewood.
Go ahead.
I'm from 74.
Show lane.
Go ahead.
I'm from
Just say what you're
74,
gonna say.
I'm from 7429 South Emerald,
Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
apartment number 202.
Hey, Ray, what you gonna say?
I feel that we should all come together, everybody as a family.
Yes.
And like I say, if Duck and Cheeky stop going against each other, and they get together,
I'm still, stop saying that name.
well, okay, if this group and this group get together, that's the two, if they get together and make a song and stop trying to beef and go against each
They
other,
should not
they'll
make
be
a
wrong.
song that
Okay. Let me ask you this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Y'all listen. If y'all see everybody keep on saying Danielle, 600K, if they all get together, it can't be no Danielle.
They should not get together. They should not
Okay, wait a minute. Wait. No. Wait a minute. My man here
here
has something you want to say. Wait a minute.
No, 'cause I was just sitting there.
Excuse me.
I'm
Go
sitting
ahead.
There, I'm sitting there listening, and I hear y'all talking about how the projects got towed down. Now, I don't know when the projects got towed down, none of this, right? But,
2017.
like,
2007.
okay, that's when they started tearing it down. Well, I'm gonna just say about 2009, 2010, I was reading in the paper, and I was doing some research, and it just so happened I started passing. I seen all of the pictures that day that they was viewing on YouTube and how they was tearing down the buildings, how everybody had to move out, and they was spray painting on the wall and everything, you feel me, expressing how they felt.
Yeah, that hurt
And
us.
I felt that, you know what I'm saying? Then it went from that, and then it went to the media, it went to the program, and the programmer said, I want to see y'all kill each other.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And this what the program is saying. Now you can take the program wherever you want to take the program to. You know what I'm saying? But the program said, I want to see you kill yourself. I want to see another summer where bodies dropping. I want to see another summer where you come out of your front line and somebody threw a body in your front line and you like,
Oh.
did somebody just kill somebody and throw them in my yard like that? To them, to a programmer, that's beautiful. That's marvelous. For the simple fact, they feel that. You feel me? And I mean, I could dive so deep into it, but I'm not even gonna go there. It's just the point that I was just like, and it kind of hit me. I was like, that's exactly what was said. I want to see you kill yourself.
That was basically their plan.
That's the plan. I want to see you kill yourself, and it was distributed in the mass media, and you probably would never see it because you wouldn't even pick up this type of media because they got certain type of medias for certain type of people. Certain type of people watch certain type of programs.
Right.
I watch a certain type of channel because I like this certain type of TV. I won't turn to no other channel if they ain't talking about what I want to hear.
Right.
So my mind already programmed to look at this. So now if I know my mind, if I know your mind is programmed to look at just this, I know exactly what to program you with. Regardless of how you feel, you're gonna watch it because you've been programmed to watch that.
All right.
That's what I was saying.
Go ahead.
I say something. Yeah, because like the media, they try to portray us as being ignorant.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? All that being when we going extinct and we believe that. And they made movies and all type of stuff saying how we act and we go for it. And we start acting as what we see. And that's the problem right there. And they try to change us, the way we walk, the way we talk, how we dress, and we go for it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I know exactly what you're saying. But you know, the one thing that I hate that I'm gonna have to do, our hour's up. But I do want to continue this. And I'm gonna commit, if you'll commit to coming back next week at 7:30, we'll continue this.
What day next week?
Next Monday, same day. If you commit to coming back next Monday to this church, right, at 7:30, we'll complete this. Because in actuality, we're starting to talk. We're starting to understand some things. I understand now a lot of things I didn't understand before. And I got a greater understanding.
You could cut that part off when you said Monday at 7 p.m.
Cut that part off, huh? But anyway, I want to thank you for joining us on tonight. Why don't you all come up and be a part?
Yo, it's your boy Rose.
You know what? Don't do that again. All right, come on up there and put Eric. You need to get up there by Eric. All right, no problem.
You ain't trying to come up here, Mimi?
All right.
Maria Jordan.
All right, no force to. No force to. Come on, Eric.
Now to the youth, what I want to say to you guys is that if you haven't heard nothing else, I want to say two things. One is that we are listening to you, and two, that we love you and we care for you. I don't want you to think that no one cares for you, no one loves you outside your immediate family. We love you, we care for you, and that's what motivates us to. That's why we do what we do. And I know this on the short, but you guys did an excellent job. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so glad God did. I'm so glad God sent y'all this here way.
Amen. Right. And the thing about it is that I want to thank each and every one of you once again for being a part. You know, the thing is, somebody would look at this and say, you know, this was so unorganized. But sometimes you got to get that way to get what God really wants to happen. And I want to thank each of you for being honest. I want to thank you for coming and being a part so that we can move forward. At this time, I want to thank you for joining us and hope you join us again on next week as we do another episode of Murder in the City. And we're going to have our youth back, and we're going to finish this discussion because I know a lot of us right now, our wheels are starting to turn because a lot of it we didn't know. A lot of it I didn't know, even as a pastor and having teenage boys myself. I didn't know, but you all have helped me to understand. And I want to thank you once again for being with us. And I want to ask Pastor Crawford if you close us out in prayer before you leave.
Let us stand. Calm our spirits.
No, you can't do that. Come here. Come here. Come on.
Let's pray.
Come on.
All right. Merciful and Heavenly Father, in the mighty name of Jesus, we thank you, we honor you, we worship you, we praise your holy name. Lord, I just thank you for your youth that you sent here and inspired with all the